In this video, I'll provide a detailed review of my stock portfolio and the dividends I received from November 2021 to March 2022. I'll also discuss any stocks that I bought or sold during that time as well. And I'll review my income and expenditure for my rental property investments. I've not done a portfolio update video since October 2021, so it's time to let you know what's been happening with my investments. My stock portfolio currently stands at £35,562.39 invested. The total market value has been a bit up and down over the last few months, but as a dividend investor, I don't really worry too much about the market value of my holdings, as we all know the market is very volatile, and it's my intention to never sell. I'm only really interested in the income that the portfolio generates through dividends. I want to build an asset for myself that pays me each month. For at least the next 15 years or so, I don't ever intend on taking a penny out of my portfolio. After that, I'm hoping that the dividends can start to contribute towards my monthly expenses. My investing strategy remains very simple, which is to consistently buy and hold good companies for the long term and reinvest all dividends. I do have a video explaining my investing approach in full if you're interested. So these are my top 10 positions in my portfolio by market value. The ETFs that I hold still hold the top 4 positions, which is how I want to keep it. And I have been buying a new ETF, Invesco's High Dividend European offering, ticker EUHD. So over time I expect this to rise into one of the top 5 positions. Then I have some large blue chip companies making up the rest of the list. The app that I'm using here is Trading212, and if you're interested in starting a portfolio with them, I have a link in the description where you can use my code and we'll both get a free share worth up to £100. I have always tried to invest at least £500 each month as a minimum, which I've been really consistent at. And this graph shows how my total amount invested has grown over time. I have recently started a new job. I managed to secure a £7,000 annual pay rise in doing so. So as a result of this increase, I'm going to try and start investing £1,000 every month from now on. My strategy is to use this portion of my salary to continue dollar cost averaging into my portfolio, which should smooth out any price volatility over the long run. Something that I like to preach is to prioritise increasing your income over decreasing your spending. It's still good practice to try and reduce your expenditure, but at some point you'll hit a floor, where you just can't go any lower. However, your earning potential is uncapped. As you might expect, there has been a lot of buying and selling within my portfolio since my last update. Just to reiterate, I never take money out of my portfolio, so all sells were used towards the purchases. Notable movements include a further £2,805.41 invested into my ETFs, including £1,296.58 into EUHD, the new position that I mentioned earlier. I also bought another 7 shares of Disney, as I'm looking to build a strong position in anticipation of them restarting their dividend, which will hopefully be sooner rather than later. I bought 6 more shares of JP Morgan, as I look to take advantage of the recent price drop. And I also started a position in Microsoft, and own 2 shares of the company at the minute. This is one that I want to boost over the coming months when the price looks attractive to me. So looking at the sales, I have actually fully sold out of 9 positions, and reinvested all proceeds back into the buys. Some of these aren't bad companies, but I'm making a conscious decision to reduce the number of holdings I have, just to make it easier to monitor my portfolio and stay up to date. Also, if I don't have 100% conviction in a company, I won't own it. After these buys and sells, this means that the overall yield for my portfolio as a whole currently sits at 3.34%. which equates to around £1,178.68 per year in predicted dividends, or £98.22 per month. So I'm getting quite close to my £100 per month target. There will always be a discrepancy between my actual dividends received and my predicted dividends, just due to the timing of me purchasing shares and being eligible through the ex-date of the dividends. But I'm hopeful to start regularly hitting £100 per month as an average at some point in 2022. Over the coming months, I intend to keep buying into my ETFs each month and adding to my blue chip companies as and when I feel that there's value in the market. Something that I am focusing on is looking to build a larger position in Microsoft. I want to at least try and buy half a share each month during 2022. If there were to be any significant price drops, then I would likely buy more. Microsoft is a phenomenal company, and one that I have extremely high conviction in over the long term. Microsoft's dividend yield might not seem too attractive, with it being less than 1% currently, but they have a payout ratio of around 25%, and have grown their dividends 13% per year on average over the last 10 years. So I feel like there is a lot of room for this dividend to continue growing. And I do plan on doing a stock review of Microsoft in the future. Now let's look at the dividend income that I received over the last few months. In November 2021, I actually received £61.24 in dividends from 11 different stocks. Notable dividends include £10.68 from AbbVie and £12.01 from AT&T. In December 2021, I received £132.72 from 17 different stocks. This included some juicy dividends, including £24.82 from the HDLG ETF, £19.59 from the VHYL ETF, and £12.29 from the VOOC ETF. January 2022 saw me receive £38, and February 2022 saw me receive £60.64. Finally, in March 2022, I got £83.08, which included a really nice £25.44 from the HDLG ETF. Something that is really pleasing is that the shares of HDLG trade at around £27. So I'm close to being able to purchase one new share each quarter just from the dividends. This is my long-term goal for all of my holdings, as it will hopefully kickstart the snowball effect. You can see from this graph that if we compare the purple 2020 bars with the blue 2021 bars and the green 2022 bars, the numbers are increasing year on year. It's nice to see this progress visualised, and I find this really encouraging and motivating. 2021 actually saw me break my all-time high months 4 times, in May, then again in September, October and December. The average monthly dividend in 2020 was £45.29. The average in 2021 was £77.88, and the average in 2022 so far is £60.57. My short to medium term aim is to eventually earn an average of £100 per month consistently, and I think that this will really help to kickstart the compounding effect. At the current yield, I would need around £35,928 to theoretically hit this, so I don't have too far to go, and just need another £365 invested. As always, all dividends stay in the portfolio and are reinvested into purchasing more shares. My portfolio has earned a total of £1,703 in dividends since I made my first share purchase in December 2019. By reinvesting these dividends, this has increased my portfolio from £33,859.39 to £35,562.39, which is a growth rate of around 5.03% so far. I do expect this percentage to get larger over time as more dividends are received and then reinvested. I also invest in real estate and currently own 2 buy-to-let properties. Since my last update, this is what the finances look like. The rental income has remained constant, as has the management fee and the mortgage costs. And thankfully, I've not had any repairs or maintenance issues for quite a while, which, if you are a regular viewer to my income updates, you'll know that this hasn't always been the case, so fingers crossed that this continues. So my pre-tax profit over those 5 months is £851.79 each month, and £4,258.95 in total. The profit from the rental properties just sits in my rental account, where I try and build my cash reserves up to cover the mortgage, should there be any long periods where my properties are untenanted. Long term, I am thinking that I might use this cash flow, along with leveraging the mortgage, to buy another rental property, but I haven't fully decided just yet. Now that you've heard my portfolio update, I'd be really interested to hear from you, the viewers. What stocks have you been buying recently? And how has your portfolio been performing? Let me know in the comments section below. I hope that you've found this video interesting and informative, and I hope that it's given you inspiration and ideas for your own personal finances. If you have, then please like the video and subscribe to the channel, just to make sure that you don't miss out on any future videos. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.